Welcome to your magical moon messages. This is the peace dealer. I got called on to do a part two, or I just felt the need to do a part two. Very amazing idea came through. Shout out to the frequency vibe, this conscious train of thought that's in the ethers that many people are thinking. I'm going to just speak on that. So, nothing that I'm saying is nothing you don't already know, right? But this part two is to highlight the moon's soon to conjunct Pluto transit. And right now it is starting to trine the nodes and Uranus. So relative to this much more grounded understanding that is having you notice more practically unseen elements that coincide with your manifestation ability or ability to connect your inner and outer world. This transit, remember, we have the significator for the zodiac sign, in that whenever we're in a zodiac sign, the ruler of its sign, transits to that are very important, especially the moon. So if we were in Gemini season, transits to Mercury would be important. It's Scorpio season, so transits to Pluto are important. And so the moon that's going over Pluto is not only helping us understand this transformation of attitude, but it's also right now, as you're watching this, reworking your understanding and attitude and approach towards manifestation, because real time you will see how changing the MO and approach towards it brings real practical results. In that, as I'll share certain hacks you can use. I'm going to bring back the Venus retrograde hack that I shared earlier. This will work perfectly when it retrograded in Capricorn, especially. You're going to start noticing with the trine of Uranus, hyper accelerated, unconventional results, not for you to codepend on these results, but for this to give you an idea that you're moving in the right direction. As of which you'll hear a lot of people say manifestation isn't a hack, or it's not supposed to be a quick fix, it's a lifestyle. So this premise will take on a lot of Neville Goddardian, I like saying that word, law of attraction esque, vortex, Abraham Hicks-esque type of themes. And with Jupiter that is back in Pisces, you want to do this hack or do on these themes your whole life, but especially now until Jupiter. Like Jupiter coming back into Pisces makes the spirits you feel, the non-metaphysical essences you feel, a lot more physical, a lot more real. Whether they are physical or not, your sense and perception of them are going to be richer, denser, and it facilitates a lot more of these exercises. So right now, every single possibility that there is for you to experience is within you. And every single man and woman is an inherent god or goddess. And you can substitute the word God or goddess for world, universe, truth. There is a truth within every single being. There is a world within every single being. Neil Tyson deGrasse will tell you, I don't know if I said his name wrong, I apologize, that there's bias inherent in astrology, which is true. He will also tell you that there is a universe within every single being. Most scientists, astrophysicists will acknowledge this. Maybe not in a fake woke spiritual quantum way, but in the way they explain it is through astrophysics or through just the scientific understanding of atoms and how the material in there is no different than what we see macrocosmically, right? There is a world, there is a God within you. There is an infinite possibility of potential that you project out into this illusion that we call reality. In order for you to master manifestation, you must uplift yourself out of the illusion of reality. Reality is a very persistent illusion, okay? With this physical matter that's really just condensed energy. So you hallucinate your conscious reality. We know this is true. If you look up the TED Talk by Anil Seth, he'll break that down. So you hallucinate your conscious reality, and this reality you're experiencing is an illusion. The way that a fruit fly perceives this reality is not the same way that A fish will perceive the reality, which isn't the same way you do. So we don't even all perceive the same thing. And so, relative to you projecting your inner world externally, the dark forces in this environment have inverted the Satanism that exists in this dimension. To invert truth has taken your power away by having you be a victim to your external reality, so that instead of you projecting the reality you feel within and aligning with it, you now create based off of fear from the external, thus giving your power away. Hence why many of you feel the gaslighting when it happens, and there's no room for playing victim, because all you have to do is take your power back. So the moon on Pluto is going to help you reconstitute the power with this theme of breakthrough and transformation and taking your power back with Scorpio season, by having you completely hit the reset button. And you can do this with me right now. I want you to feel as if everything you have ever wanted to manifest, you have it already. See, my body language instantly changed. Like, I'm already feeling the joy. I have resting bitch face, so you don't see the joy on my face. Shout out to the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn risings. This is how we smile. See, I'm smiling. Can you see? Because I have resting bitch face. But I want you to feel your body language will already start to shift. Feel it. Every time you knock out of this frequency and feeling, just slip back into it and approach every single action you take from this feeling. What this is going to do is it's going to raise up resistance. It's going to raise up doubt and resistance based on the circumstances you see in your 3D reality. And it's going to bring up doubt. That doubt you release. You release to your higher self and God. Everything that you can't control. Everything that you can control, work on. Everything that you can't, release. It's not up for you to deal with. Circumstances do not matter in manifestation. So you have a limited perspective. As much as you think you know everything that's happening, you don't. That's the cool part. You don't. You don't. You don't know what you don't know. So it doesn't mean that you can't make educated guesses, but you have to release that. That can't get in the way of what you're projecting. There's always going to be something beyond what you can perceive that the universe will co-create with you. So if you think that something is impossible, the universe will show you it is possible. Just may not happen in the limited way that you may expect. Anything can happen. You just have to let go of things looking exactly the way you think they have to look. Some of you are going to do this by letting go of your expectation of getting or being with a certain person, and that same person comes back. They never left. It's not that you had to let go of that person. You had to let go of your expectation with that person. You don't have to let go of your desires. You don't have to let go. Some of you feel like you have to let go of wanting something so bad. You don't have to. In fact, keep desiring it. Feel it as if you have it, but you have to let go of the doubts. You have to let go of this inkling notion that you can't have it. Every time you're impatient, you're subconsciously doubting, because there's no time limit to how this comes in. Trust me. A transit like this is going to basically remind you in tandem with synchronicities that you're so on point with manifesting and with creating with the universe that you might have lied to yourself and acted like you haven't, because it's so easy. You expect it to be hard, and so you don't notice certain things, and the stuff you notice, you kind of play games with yourself. For those of you who aren't doing this and you're actually enjoying the process, you're about to enjoy it a lot more, because once that moon goes over Pluto, it's completely going to transform everything in line for the first quarter square. That's just going to bring a lot of the world conflict that's happening and everything social and individual literally to the next level. So the moon, this is going to be the first sextile or trine we're having in that the moon. Well, let me not say that, but the moon in Capricorn is going to be 29 degrees and Jupiter is going to be 29 degrees after the conjunction of Pluto. So it's all happening right now. Like this is going to considerably push you forward. And as you feel everything, right, I want you to imagine and understand and accept, right? This is where this is a lifestyle. You don't just think it to get the results and stop. Don't let your external reality be the litmus test. This is an illusion. This is an illusion. It is subject to change at any moment. There are physical laws with which we perceive that are constant, but you're not bound to this because you are a soul in this physical experience, okay? So everything I want you to practice with this moon, right? The third house and the sixth house, moon in Cap and moon in Aries, provide practice and adjustment so that we can activate and integrate what we are sowing the seeds for. Okay, so you really want to spend this practically in a very believable fashion, understanding and accepting that your significant partner, the business you want, whatever it is you're co-creating, it's a job. This isn't just some wish. Right? Don't fall into the mindset where, oh, I'm just doing law of attraction, a wish. This is work. It's work to maintain this vibration and frequency as you project it in your reality, to deal with the resistance that comes up and the agents that see that you're manifesting your life of your dreams and want to fill you with doubt because it threatens their existence. It's a fight. It's a battle. So don't downplay yourself. Like, a lot of you are seeing signs that guide you along this creation, and the process of this manifestation is redefining because it's going to feel more like an adventure. And now you've broken through a lot of the blockages that weren't brought up from you but your external environment, but because you were you broke through it and starting to see the support you've always had. This is going to be really fun. It's going to be really awesome. It's going to be really incredible, muy incredible. And what you want to just focus on is making sure the frequency you're emitting is breaking through the illusion that is subject to change. Remember, doesn't matter the circumstance. So those of you with this sextile of the unseen metaphysical Piscean Jupiter Neptune will anchor and link with Saturn Aquarius through your mind what's real and practical with what's imagined. And this is going to fill in the blank with the knowledge through Moon in Aquarius. In that, the more faith you have in the unseen dynamics of what you're actively doing by aligning the frequency you're emitting as to have already being experienced what it is you're manifesting, because that's just the state you're in, you're going to start to see more so than ever a lot of hyper accelerated manifestation towards this, with the moon trine Uranus going over Pluto, sextiling that. And then we'll talk more once it goes in Aquarius, because this is going to take it to an even crazier fucking level, trust me. But I just wanted to really, I hope this message speaks to you. Let this moon and Pluto just reset everything. Imagine that you just hit the reset button on everything you thought you want, start from scratch, and then just feel as if it's already within you. You're not waiting. You're not looking externally. You're not waiting to get that message. You're not waiting to see that you got this much money. It already exists within you. Just decide now. This is what I want. I'm not worried about how it's going to happen. This is what I want. Feel it if it's there. And then, of course, you get to adjust the experience of this based off of how you continue to intend. So a lot of the connections to Neptune and Uranus bring the practicality of this process more supernatural, more metaphysical. It gives it a more unconventional feel. And you want to embrace the living bejesus out of this unconventionality, as it'll break you through into, once again, more supernatural understanding of the utilization of these supernatural abilities, geared towards more co-creating from this transformed, reborn sense of yourself that's not limited by false narratives, by dark forces that wish to nerf your abilities, by your own doubt from yourself and others, but frees you into more liberation and understanding of the power you hold, which is why there's all this distraction to basically knock you off of your ability to do all this. Well, too bad for them, it's revolution, and you're going to come into more considerable, incredible understanding of what direction you want to move forward with these newfound abilities too, okay? Focus on why it is you deserve everything that you want. This is the hack, all right? Like we did with the Venus retrograde hack. I want you to spend the rest of today just feeling how and why you're worthy. You don't need an explanation, but just feel it. Feel in every situation people appreciating you for everything that you love yourself about. Feel the receptivity of that, and then start to actually see reality aligning with this vibration that you're putting out there. Okay, so I hope this message speaks to you. You stay blessed as always, and until next time, Godspeed, peace.